They cannot do these things. But Hegel should know better. Here we have the Berber, the TUAREG, the HAUSA script from Nigeria, stretching all the way into Mali, and, you know, in the middle of the Sahara Desert. This is their writing script. They contributed to civilization. Now, this is the VAI script of Liberia. This is a script that I did not know when I was in school in the 1950s, entering a classroom the first time. They taught us how to say R, A, E, O, U, that I was reading African. I thought it was European. Today I know better. Little history of the VAI script of Liberia. The VAI script was invented in 1819 by Momolu Duwalu Bukele. Some people believe that Momolu Duwalu Bukele developed his writing script through his travels in Liberia and getting in contact with the Bassa people who already had their writing with a similar name to Va, which is Va. I am thrilled with this script because as I stepped in the classroom during the 50s, I did not know that the 7 vowels that are memorized over and over was African, not European. Let us take a look at these vowels. This is A, E, I, O, U. A, E, O, U. And let me just show you where this actually came from. This is the African script. This is the A, this is the E, I, O, U. Now, when you borrow a consonant and you use it with the vowel, the African vowel, you create a word. So, for example, B, if you use the B with the A, you get ba. So you have ba, be, bi, bo, bu. Ba, be, bi, bo, bu. And the ba, you say baba. You can use the letter P. You get the same, you know, repetition. Pa, pe, pi, po, pu. And you say pa, papa, and you get a dad. Baba, same dad. Papa, same dad. So this VA language, VA writing script was in Africa when I was a child growing up, but I did not know. And that is the main point that Hegel is trying to present, because of the fact that we have things that we don't know about. Somebody can easily tell us that we don't have it, and we don't have a means of defending ourselves. But I learned a lot from the VA script. We use it to write people's names. We use it to construct sentences as a child growing up. But I did not know it was African. So I want you to have this in mind, that the VA of Liberia, they have 7 vowels. And it goes like this: A, E, I, O, U. And you can borrow any letter any consonant and use it with this I, A, E, O, U and create a word. Let us watch the next slide. This is the Ethiopic Ge'ez script. This is from Ethiopia. And during this research, I found out that the writing in India was copied from this. So we have developed writing systems that other entities, other nationalities, other cultures have copied. And yet, when we are being told that we did not do anything, we did not do anything to contribute to civilization, we shut our mouths because we don't know. Divine speech objective is to put this in a limelight so that all of us will know that Africa invented writing. In fact, the first writing, the writing of Ethiopia, the writing of the Sudan, the writing of Kemet, were all introduced to human beings by gods. So Africans did not actually invent writing. God taught us how to write. It was later, in the later centuries, like the 1800s, that Bukele and others started to invent writing. And you cannot even draw a conclusion that they did not have or come in contact with a divine authority. Now, this is the Basa, another script, also from Liberia, the Basa script of Liberia, an interesting script. But let us watch, find out what the history of this writing script is all about. History of the Basa script. The Basa script is called Va. It sounds almost like the Vi script also of Liberia, by Bukele. It means to throw a sign. The writing disappeared, but for some strange reason or through divine providence, Dr. Flo Darwin Lewis rediscovered the writing in Brazil and in the West Indies. Dr. Lewis, a Liberian from the Basa ethnic group, had no idea that what he had discovered was actually a writing of his people or of himself, the Basa people. Dr. Lewis had attended Syracuse University and earned a PhD in chemistry. Also called the African Prince, Dr. Lewis returned to Liberia through Germany, was able to convince a German company to accompany him home to Liberia, where the first writing press for the Basa alphabet was manufactured. And this was in the 1900s. Hegel wrote The Philosophy of History, or it was published in 1956. In 1900, Dr. Flo Darwin Lewis had already discovered his own writing in Brazil and the West Indies. Now, colonialism also had something to do with what happened to the writing in Liberia. What happened to the Basa script? It came to the point that Africans started to adapt things from the dominant culture, from the invaders. and the colonialists and started to abandon their own. The slaves that were taken from West Africa, from the Gulf, Guinea, to Brazil, and also to the West Indies, they kept this writing alive because they knew that there were people who used to write, not necessarily a foreign writing script, but their own. So they kept it until Dr. Louis Ibasa himself came and discovered it. Is this not thrilling? Now this is the MENDE script of Sierra Leone, the MENDE script of Sierra Leone. So Sierra Leone, Liberia, next door neighbors, they're competing in intelligentsia. You write, I write. You write, I write. You publish, I publish. This is basically what it is. And the tribes in Liberia, they cross borders. So they're basically the same people. MENDE, VAI, Basa, same people. Now, this is the TIFINAGH script of Libya. TIFINAGH script of Libya. You can even see some similarities with that of the Mduneta. You can see that. And this is another script from the Cameroon, the BAMUM script. The BAMUM script. Now, when we do these presentations, I wish my viewers can go out, get online, do their own research, Google these names, and see how, you know, what articles have been written about these writing scripts, because that is the only way we learn. That's the only way we learn. The only way we can refute a lie is to know. They say knowledge is power. That's exactly what it is. If somebody's lying to you, you know that he's lying to you, you can shoot back. But if you don't know, you will just be sitting down. This is the KIKAKUI script of Sierra Leone. If you look at this, you can even see that it's an official document. It looks like a stamp of an official governmental document indicating that there's a power in this script, the KIKAKUI script of Sierra Leone. Now let's watch this. The Nko script of Guinea. In fact, there was a time before Europeans actually penetrated and cut Africa into pieces and divided among themselves. Africa used to be called Guinea. There was no Ghana. There was no Nigeria. There was no Sierra Leone. All that area was called Guinea.